So here is the big story. Niger has refused to accept the money given to them by the US, or the state of US. They have insisted that their country must be liberated. And I love what the president of Mali said. He said that the French have been providing for them for years and yet they are dying. Cutting off ties with them will not make them die. Finally, Africans are waking up and I love it. So, in the terms of Niger, Niger rejected the money given to them by the US. Of course, they always come with big fat envelope, very big fat envelope. And remember, whatever they give you with the right hand, they are going to take much better with the left hand. When the devil gives you a cap, he goes for your head in return. That's the adage. So, a day after the expiration of the ECOWAS ultimatum for military intervention, the Nigerian junta appointed a the Nigerian junta appointed a new prime minister at the same time. The US acting deputy secretary of state, Victoria Nuland, made a quick visit to Niger. According to the US State Department, Nuland traveled to Niamey to express our grave concern regarding development in Niger and our resolute commitment to supporting democracy and constitutional order. Furthermore, it noted that Nuland met with Nigerian civil society and separately with members of the group Certain Power in Niger to explain what is at stake if Niger does not respect its own constitutional order. Nuland explained that one of the things that will be at stake is millions of dollars in economic and security support for the people of Niger, saying that the United States was pursuing the assistance to the Nigerian government. She also underlined that the US will remain in close contact with our allies and partners, including the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS. Speaking to reporters, Newland later said that talks lasted more than 2 hours with different groups, but that she failed to succeed in her effort to convince the rebels. Look at them calling Niger rebels. Of course, she failed to succeed in her effort to convince the rebels to cancel the coup. She then said that she had given the military several options, brown envelope, big envelope, fat envelope, all kinds of envelope. That's the options they are giving them. And before I continue, before they give you envelope, remember they are collecting it with a bigger truck. If they give you a $1 million envelope, they are collecting $1 billion envelope from you in return. That is the way they work. I know their lies, and if you find out their lies, you will succeed a lot. To succeed in her effort to convince the rebels, okay? Now, she then said that she had given the military several options and also made it clear the implications for relations with the US if Bazoum is not released or if the military junta follow the footsteps of neighboring Mali by collaborating with Russian mercenaries from the Wagner group, saying, "The people who have taken this action here understand very well the risks to their sovereignty when Wagner is invited in." Interestingly, she neither met with the head of the military junta, who is now the current head of government in Niger, nor the ousted and detained Bazoum. As all efforts to meet them failed, many see Nuland visit as a kiss of death, implying a Western-supported military strike on the country was imminent. Victoria Nuland has that weird track record of leaving behind a trail of wars and destruction whenever she makes trips like this one. Sudan is one clear case study. Of course, she did this kind of visit in Sudan, and to today there are wars flying in Sudan. War is not good though. Tinubu should be advised. So, it's understandable why upon her departure from Niger, increased military movement and activities to and around the capital, Niamey, and a few key areas were visible as the new administration in Niger prepares for the worst. For the second time, I have now seen an unconfirmed report that Nigeria will somehow still be able to contribute soldiers to the impending military intervention in Niger. Okay, this time around, Nigeria wants to contribute soldiers to the impending military intervention in Niger. How this will happen, despite the Nigerian Senate refusing to grant permission to that effect, remains to be seen. But for now, it's Wagner and other mercenary forces from Mali, Burkina Faso, and a host of other countries in support of Niger that have the day on ground as preparation for war have hit a fever pitch. Delegates from Burkina Faso and Mali were on ground earlier in anger on a solidarity visit, assuring that they were ready to go all the way with Niger. If I have my way, I will do whatever it takes to make this war go away, but I can't. Sadly, nothing good comes easy. And when freedom from generational oppression and bondage is the issue, it always gets worse. Before it gets better, Africa is ready, Africans are ready, even the heavens are ready. This right here is our moment. Africans are ready. Now, you see, one of the most important things you must understand here is that these people is preparing something big. They understand the kind of pain they feel. There's this kind of pain they feel when Niger decided to take over their country. So they have a track record of, dealing with people who fail to agree with them. But there's another breaking news from on that side. The former rebel leader and a politician in Niger Republic has launched a rebel movement opposing the military government that took power in the July 26 coup. Reports Al Jazeera, this is the first sign of internal resistance to the new junta in this strategically important Sahel country. The head of the new movement, Rissa Ag Baola, said his new Council of Resistance for the Republic (CRR) aims to reinstate overthrown President Mohamed Bazoum, who has been in detention at his residence since the military takeover. Bola's statement also said it supports ECOWAS and any other international actors seeking to restore constitutional order in Niger. You see, the problem I have with this man who wants to form the Lords of the Rings is that Africans will always fight themselves. That's just the truth. You don't need to bring guns and bullets to begin to fight Africans or cause war in Africa. What you just need is to get the selfish ones and the greedy ones. And sweetly, they will take the offer. Give them big envelope. There are people out there that want liberation. There are people that want to be liberated at all costs. But there are ones, just like what we see during the Tinubu and P2B election and Atiku election, the Nigerian election. We suffered for 8 years. We waited patiently. We wanted a new Nigeria. We prayed for a new Nigeria. Everybody was praying at church, in the mosques. People were praying, kabashing, telling God, Father, help us this time around. We are tired. We are tired of this. We want a new Nigeria. Man, immediately, these politicians introduced tribe. We saw people who knew that Tinubu has nothing to offer, so they're supporting him. That's the way it works. Because of their selfishness, they believe that their tribesman is more important to be in the seat than an Igbo man. So, of course, another rebel has risen. And this is the people who will fight against your freedom. In the case of Aseri Dokubo, of course, you guys know that he is ready to defend Nigeria and equally use his men to kind of fight Niger. The coming week will be very interesting. Thanks for supporting the Future News. Peace.